Hey everyone, Coach Nick with Friction, and I'm here to break down today's workout. Up first, as always, your warm-up. We're gonna do 3 rounds. I want you guys to do 20 single unders, followed by 15 good mornings, and then finish it off with 10 air squats there. So as far as that single under, if you got a jump rope, go ahead, hit 20 singles. Otherwise, just pick a spot on the floor, and I just want you to do 20 line hops, side to side, back and forth there. After that, we've got that good morning. So with that good morning, as always, back's nice and flat. I want to hinge. So I'm going to push my hips back. I'm going to keep my back nice and flat and return. So I do unlock just the top part of my knees. There's a slight bend there. You can have your hands up by your head, or you can have them down by your hips. Both are good options. Go ahead, get 15 of those in. You should feel that in your glute and hamstrings. After that, guys, that air squat, normal standards there. Feet shoulder width apart, and turn the toes slightly out. And then as far as the way we start the descent is we will push the hips back first, then go downwards and come back up. You want to keep the chest nice and tall. Put the arms out for that counterbalance. Make sure you keep an active core during that. So after those 3 rounds, guys, we're going to hit a few stretches. We have a minute per side in a thoracic twist, and then a seated split left and right. So let's talk about those first. For that thoracic twist, you're going to lie flat on the ground, arms straight out to the side. So if I do that, I'm in that X. I'm going to kick my leg on over. I'm going to stretch that glute out, and my goal is to keep my shoulders flat on the ground. Once we've done that, then the seated split. So if I go down in a wide stance that with my legs, I'm going to lean over to my left leg, hang out there for a minute, and then lean over to my right, hang out there for a minute. And then we're going to finish off with a minute in a wall posture. So what that entails, so you're going to go to the wall. I want your heels against the wall. I want your hips against the wall. Shoulders, hands, and head. So this is going to force us into that natural spine position that we want, nice and tall, just working on posture. That's really good for our deadlift, so feel all those back muscles work to keep us upright. That's what we want to stay locked into when we do our deadlifts. So after you've hung out there for a minute, then we are going to go into deadlifts. So as far as deadlifts, it is 4 by 10. It is climbing in weight, but it must be touch and go. So there's no dropping the bar in between reps. All 10, you're gonna hold on to that bar the entire time, so work eccentric and concentric phases. So your weight will be dependent on that. You have to complete all 10 in each set without dropping. So let's go over that movement real fast. If you have your barbell, hands are just outside of the hips. And again, we're working that hinge position we talked about in the warm-up. I'm gonna push my hips back, keep my back nice and flat. Once I get to my knees, then my knees can travel forward in front of the bar. I'm gonna hit mid-shin, and then I'm gonna push those knees back, get to that hinge position, and I'm gonna stand nice and tall with a good lockout, shoulders behind the bar, and then hips are fully extended. So again, we'll hit 10 of those, and then make sure to climb in weight throughout those 4 sets. And then guys, our WOD today, you have a 12-minute AMRAP. So the way this one will work is you have 50 double unders followed by 10 Netball Cleans, and then you're going to finish it off with 5 deadlifts. Your deadlifts are at 185 and 125. As far as scaling options, double unders go down to 25, and then your deadlift weight will be 135/95. And then lifestyle, I'll have you do 75 single unders, and your deadlift weight will be 75/55. As far as those movements, double unders, you got your jump, you're really confident in that, go ahead, you have your jump rope for that. If you're at home and you don't have a jump rope, you've got 2 options. We can go to that penguin hop, so we're gonna tap our hips twice when we jump. I'm gonna jump up, hit that double tap, get all 50 in there. If you find your rhythm kind of off on that and it's just an awkward movement for you, then just go to those line hops. Go ahead, hit 50 lateral line hops. That'll work and work out great for a jump rope if you don't have a jump rope at home. After that, guys, our Netball Cleans. So with this med ball, got this med ball here, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna deadlift it up, shrug the shoulders, drop underneath as I transition the ball into a squat, stand all the way, reset. So in full motion, I'm right here and back up, reset. Big thing is as I come up, I get full hip extension, then drop down into that nice squatting position. So we'll hit all 10 of those, rattle them off. Should be very close to unbroken. If not, it should be unbroken. All these movements should be today, that is the goal. And the deadlift's a little bit heavier, but not so heavy that you can't go unbroken. These are quick sets. Big thing is after these two movements, heart rate's jacked up, we're moving fast, make sure you take a pause, get in good position that we talked about with the deadlift. That way we brace appropriately, we don't hurt ourselves. So we'll rattle through that 12 times. Again, you're trying to stay with large sets. If you do need a rest at all, try to do that in between the movements. Just take a quick pause, take a few breaths, get set, and then go right into those next movements. For those at home, if you don't have a bar, that's okay. A lot of things we can do for deadlifts. If you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can use those for deadlifts. Just do single arms. That'll work. Or if you've got a kettlebell, you can have it in between, use both hands together. You can do that on the 4 sets of 10. That way you stay with large sets. Use what you have at home. Same thing down here on the deadlifts. You can also use a gallon jug of water. We talk about that a lot. So if you're at home and you just need to supplement that with an option, something with weight, grab an empty jug, fill that up with water. It's going to be a great way to move around. Same thing with a Netball Clean. If you don't have a med ball at home, that's okay. Some options you do have, maybe a basketball, a soccer ball, so that way you're really forced to like good mechanics. It's gonna be super light, so make sure we get full range of motion if you're gonna do that option. Otherwise, another thing, again, if you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, or a gallon jug of water, all I want you to do is single arm clean and jerks. Or not clean and jerks, sorry. You're just gonna do a single arm clean. So again, you'll take that from the ground, get your full clean, stand it up, do 5 on one arm, 5 on the other, that way we get the full 10 reps in. So great ways that if you're at home, that you can mix and match depending on what equipment you have available. That's it for the WOD, definitely have a good one with that. As far as rent today, guys, we're gonna do a minute per side and a glute smash. So if you have like a softball, a lacrosse ball, anything at home, something to just dig in. But we're gonna go ahead, sit down, we're gonna place that under our glute. We're gonna prop ourselves up. You can even kick that leg up just to dig in a little bit more, get a little lean, hang out there for a minute, do the same thing on the other side. And then to finish it off, guys, we're just gonna do 2 minutes in a pike. So with that pike stretch, seated down, we've got our legs out in front of us. Start with a slight bend. We actually wanna round our back, stretch our back out as well. And then throughout that 2 minutes, you're gonna slowly, gradually straighten your legs out. As you start to loosen up, those legs will be able to get a little bit straighter and you'll be more comfortable there. All right, touch base on everything. Go get after this one, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.